been really wanting to delete your comment because it's really rude to the American dysphoria of Latinos. The city is called Terremoto Heights. Terremoto is Spanish for earthquake. You want to know why this is relevant? Because there are a fuck ton of earthquakes in Mexico. This show is probably one of the worst attempts at representation I've fucking seen. So yeah, remember Primos? June 2023 was a really bad time for Disney. I've never seen an entire community band together just to say, this is a piece of shit. And a year later, Primos is now scheduled to premiere on Disney Channel. So guess what, random commenter? Your wish has finally come true. But today I'm not going to review it for reasons I'll go over later. Today we're going to look back over the criticism and ask ourselves, did it really deserve the backlash it received? Honestly, I don't know. I didn't even start the video yet. So let's find out.
Bailemos con el tuca, bailemos con el lazo, bailemos con el tuca, 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 tucanazo.
For those who don't know or haven't heard, let me break it down. Primos is an animated series created by Natasha Klein. The show centers around main character Tater, yes, that's her actual name, and her 12 cousins who moved in for the summer, as she discovers what makes her unique or something like that. I've tried looking up plot summaries for this show, but that's literally all it gives me, so take that as you will. And of course, since this is an upcoming Disney show, Disney released the intro in June 2023 as sort of a sneak peek. And that, my friends, is when the backlash started. I was surprised to see this show being bombarded by the very people it wanted to represent. Of course, it was criticized for showcasing negative Latin American stereotypes, using improper Spanish grammar, and something I didn't mention in my original video. They named the character Cuquita, I think that's how you say it, which in many Latin American countries is a slang term for, okay, well, you get the picture. So of course, many videos were made on that show. Rebel Taxi made one, Alpha J made one, and of course, yours truly made a video on it as well. Which for the record was unscripted and made on a whim. I thought I was late to this show, but apparently not, because now it has 1 million fucking views. So yeah, that's a fucking lot of attention. And now, almost a year later, Primos is now scheduled to premiere on Disney Channel soon. I do want to preface and say I'm not planning on reviewing this show when it comes out, mostly because I'm only focusing on the controversies from the intro and from the response of the showrunners. If the demand's there, then I might take a chance at it, but I think for now, I'll just tap out on that one for my own sanity. Also, it's rated for 7-year-olds. That's like reviewing Bluey. And yes, I know parents love watching that show as much as their kids, but honestly, I think I've exceeded the ratings for preschool kiddie shows. So yeah, don't expect a video on it. Anyways, let's go back through my old points and see if they stood the test of time. Number 1, the fucking title. As said in my previous video about it, Primos is Spanish for cousins, which makes sense because the show is basically all about them. However, they made one little fuck up in the theme song. Play that shit. If you haven't known by now, it's Oigan Primos, not Oye Primos, which was something a lot of people started pointing out immediately after this came out. I even got a big-ass comment about it, so yeah, pause and read, but yeah, you can tell this is basically fucking wrong. I do want to point out that in an interview Klein gave last year, she said that the incorrect grammar was actually on purpose because Tater didn't speak Spanish and was kind of rusty at it, I guess. And honestly, I gotta give her the benefit of the doubt on this one. Even as a Latino person, I'm a little rusty at the language myself. And also, learning a second language in general is just kind of challenging, especially for a child. On the other hand, I've been to way too many cookouts and family gatherings to ultimately realize that I've seen younger kids accomplish it better. So I don't know, maybe this is an experience thing or just something she made up to get critics off her back, I don't know. Number 2. Cultural stereotypes. In my previous video, I mentioned how the setting in the show has a yellow backdrop, like how most depictions of Mexico does. I'm gonna be real with you, that was a joke. Like, yes, it is funny to see that pop up in a Disney show of all places, but honestly, this was so minor that I honestly don't think it's worth talking about. But you know what is worth talking about? Terremoto fucking Heights. Because apparently that's still a thing people talk about, especially in my own comments. For context, Terremoto Heights is, I think, the city they live in, and terremoto is the Spanish word for earthquake. So it translates to Earthquake Heights, which in retrospect looks fucking bad because historically, Mexico and earthquakes do not mix well. But meme status, you might say. This show doesn't take place in Mexico. And you're right. This show takes place in Los Angeles, California, which has its own history of fucking earthquakes.
Second base, so the Oakland A's take.
I'll tell you what, we're having an earthquake.
That's right. You just saw a World Series game getting interrupted by an earthquake. And for the record, that earthquake killed and hurt a lot of people. So in retrospect, What the hell were they thinking? I'm still jarred beyond the fact that this made it past quality control. This was proposed in a writer's room. They had to approve this to Disney before it got released. How the hell did this pass Disney of all people? One more thing, the cousins thing, that's not a stereotype. As it turns out, there are a lot of people who have a fuck ton of cousins. This is, after all, based on Klein's own experiences, so yeah, another case of overanalysis on my part. God damn it. And finally, number 3. The response to backlash. Now, of course, when your own Disney show is basically being bombarded by the same people it's trying to represent, you go into crisis mode, aka yap about a lot of shit no one will agree with. When this backlash all started, Tater's voice actor decided to go on Instagram, basically saying, okay, well, yeah, we fucked up, but we were force-fed this language. Does it really matter? Yes! That's what representation's for! To accurately depict another culture fairly without being demeaning. Anyways, if you want to watch better shows with representation, then I recommend El Tigre or Mucha Lucha, which, by the way, isn't even a Latino production. It's an Australian production. So even people down under understand representation better. Some shows don't even have to do it all the way. Our House is one example, as the main character is Latina, but the show carries itself on its own and doesn't rely on culture. I did forget to mention that Klein did her own response, which is honestly better in hindsight. So what do I think of Primos a year later? On one hand, you can make a case that this show is innocent, we looked way too deep into this, and ultimately everything is minor. On the other hand, a lot of its flaws are really hard to brush by, and I'm sorry, but why would you name the character that specifically? I'm sort of in the middle here, where yeah, I do understand that the grammar thing is a character trait, but also the major flaws in the responses probably tank this show's reputation. This show premieres next month. I'm eager to see what happens when it premieres, so I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, that's the video. Yeah, I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but this time I actually got shit planned. I've been planning on doing a review of Smiling Friends for some time, and since its second season is coming out, I think it's a great time to do so. Also, there's that robot and dog movie I keep hearing about. I don't even know what it is about. I just know it's supposed to premiere soon, so that might be a thing as well. Also, Hell of a Boss's second season is supposed to come out in the following month, so yay, I'm really excited about that. Those are just some things I have on my mind right now, so I might get those out soon enough. I don't know. If you liked it, give it a like, I guess. Subscribe if you want, I suppose. And until I come out of cryo sleep or something, see you guys in the next video, I guess.